guys, happy Friday. Welcome to the end of the week. I'm going to pop my aligners out and join you for a coffee. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful conclusion to this week. I've got makeup on. What? Who put makeup on me? And welcome to today's live stream. So popping my teeth aligners out quickly. I have been so looking forward to this coffee. It's probably a little late in the day to be having a coffee, but I've just got home. It is 5:20 p.m. in England. How is it where you are? And cheers to a coffee. Thank you for joining. That is just as good as I knew it would be. So today I actually had a makeup masterclass. I am a person who does not wear makeup. Something for me that kind of makes me feel claustrophobic. I have sensitive skin, so putting lots of makeup on makes me feel like I'm kind of suffocating. And also I touch my face so much. I'm a very active person. I like jumping around. I like going to the gym. And no doubt I will get this makeup everywhere, all over my clothes, all over my face. And it will just be a big mess in a few hours to come. But here it is now, looking all shiny and glam. Pascal says, bonsoir, Tracy. Good evening. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all having an awesome day. So yeah, how long will this last? That's the question. But also got this massive sore spot that has just decided to pop up and join the chat. So yes, I guess it covers over that, and it's quite nice having some colour around my eyes, but definitely out of my comfort zone. Ulfar says, hello, my friend. Hi there. And Pascal says, ça va bien. Oh, nice to hear that you're well. Rana has sent love hearts. Thank you. How is your Friday? What are you up to, and what do you have planned for the weekend? This weekend, I've been having like this major life detox recently where I felt such a need to go and like empty cupboards. I went through my shoe collection yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. And I'm just like downsizing everything. Like I've always been that person to keep things as a backup. So if I ever like bought new plates or cutlery or glasses or something, like wine glasses, I would keep the old ones just in case something breaks, you have a backup. And I filled my loft with like decades of stuff I would never ever use again. So then I went on like a massive spree of taking everything out of the loft, and if I haven't touched it in like 2 years, it goes to charity. Then I went into my garden. My garden! I had a spare rabbit hutch, I had a spare table, loads of plant pots, loads of ceramics, and I was like, okay, take it all away. And yeah, I literally had like 7 bags of things from the garden to donate to charity and to recycle. And then I came indoors again, so loft, garden, and then went through my whole shoe collection, which I've got down to about 2/3 of the size. Not that I ever wear loads of different shoes. Why do I have them? It's some innate thing to just take them with you throughout life. Jeffrey says, where are you from? I'm from England, born and raised, and I live on the outskirts of London. Where are you all from? Brandon says, hi from Arkansas. Welcome. And Abdul says, hi there, Abdul. How is your day today? Kablile says, hi, and welcome, everyone. So yes, I have my makeup done. I have a whole video of that I'll nip into like a small clip of my friend who was a makeup artist. She did half my face, and then I had to copy and do this up. So if this half looks straighter and like more precise, she did that. And if this half looks a bit wonky, I did that. Ali says, I love you, Tracy. Oh, thank you. Sending love and light to you all. Yes, I'm so excited to wash my face and to go to the gym. I will not wear makeup to the gym, never in a million years, because as you have seen, I sweat when I work out and it's not comfortable to wear makeup. Jeffrey says, I'm from New Jersey. Welcome, Jeffrey from New Jersey. Try and say that. It's a tongue twister. Jeffrey from New Jersey. Paul says, hi from Devon. Welcome, neighbour Paul. Jeffrey said, I've always wanted to go to England. I think England is definitely changing over the past 15, 20 years. It's definitely different to how I grew up. I live in the countryside on the outskirts of London, and it's still like a very villagey, old-fashioned feel. And I think like kind of traditionally, we think of village fetes and puddle darks and having a well at the bottom of your garden and country houses. Like that is the kind of British, or that is what Britain has always meant to me. And now I think it's definitely more modernised, which takes away the kind of character and charm of the country. There's so many new build houses like everywhere. Every road that you drive down, there's now a construction site. So it's kind of taking away the kind of sleepiness of England that was kind of back in time and just really sweet. I think it's now very loud, very busy. And even in the countryside, where you can like literally walk and not see anyone, it's a lot more crowded now. So it's definitely different to how I grew up. And for that reason, I would definitely leave England in favour of somewhere more sparsely populated. I like peace and quiet and serenity. I've always been like a country bumpkin, but it's becoming just so overcrowded and so full on that I think it's lost its charm personally for me. But yeah, I'm sure there are lots of different places in England that if you've never been, you would absolutely love. And certainly, like if you love the city, if you love architecture, there's Oxford, London, Oxford Street. So I don't really rate it. I don't find it exciting. But for me, it's a contrast, I suppose. And there are so many places of natural beauty in England. I just hope they don't bulldoze any more of England and turn it into this concrete jungle that it's becoming, which is just really sad to see. It breaks my heart. I would love to kind of keep it all nice and natural and preserved, and you know how it was when we grew up, but it can't be like that. I understand there is lots of people to house and life goes on, doesn't it? We can't keep childhood magic preserved and loved in that sense. We have to roll with the times. And yeah, I just hate the construction everywhere. It's soul destroying to see. Scrolling back on your comments, guys, so that I can catch up. Abdul says, Assalamu alaikum. I can't pronounce that, but thank you, welcome. Jarrell says, hi. Hi there, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? I just got back from a makeup masterclass. Ta-da! And I did this side and the makeup artist did this side. Ali says, I love you. Sending love to you all. Kang says, love you so much. Thank you. Raimi says, I want to kiss you. Well, thank you very much. Scrolling your comments. Jarrell says, love. The name is in a different language, so let me try and read this. Paichol says, love, welcome. I've definitely got that wrong, but thank you. Remy says, you're so beautiful. Thank you. Singh says, you look so gorgeous. Thank you. John says, hello, how are you doing? I'm very well, thank you. I have coffee. Coffee makes everything better, doesn't it? Especially like traffic jams on the motorway coming home. Singh says, I am from India. Welcome. What part of India are you in? Jeffrey says, may I ask, are you single? So I used to share my relationship status online and it got really invasive. Note to self, never share private information online. And for the past 5 years or so, so I'm taking socks off because, just because. For the past 5 years or so, I do not now share relationship status. It's just something personal that I feel isn't really in the public domain. And some parts of your life you'd like to kind of keep, not mysterious, but yeah, not to be like this constant, I'm single, I'm taken, I'm single, I'm taken, or I'm married, or I'm not married, by the way. but you know, it's a kind of roller coaster to do life so publicly. So that's just an aspect that I'm like, right, pop that into the background. And I'm happy to talk about love and dating and relationships and things, but I never share my relationship status. Some things are private, and that's one of them. John says, are you coming to Africa again? Oh, it was gorgeous. Zanzibar and Tanzania. Absolutely breathtaking. The people were so incredible, and I had the most amazing time. I've had lots of messages from people in the local area suggesting places, so there's definitely so much more for me to see. I think I just had this tiny snippet, and now it's given me this excitement to go and explore further, different regions and different areas. And yes, I will definitely return to Africa. I don't know how soon, but it was such a wonderful experience. I really do recommend it to absolutely everyone. It is breathtaking. And as I say, the culture is beautiful. It's absolute paradise, and everyone is just so kind. Are there any parts of Africa that you would recommend I go and see? Anything similar to Zanzibar, or likewise, is there anything that's completely different that you think when you've seen one, you have to see the other to truly appreciate the full spectrum? I was able to do like the kind of forest jungle, the beaches, some towns and villages. And I had like the kind of best of both, really. Modern, but also natural. And then off the beaten track, going on quad bikes and snorkeling and things, and seeing the real heart of the country, which was stunning. And going to safari and being with all the animals, I was just blown away. It's incredible. It really just made my heart swell. Such a beautiful country. Nasi or Neem says, how are you? I'm very well, thank you. How are you? Happy Friday, everyone. Go Pal says, super beautiful. Oh, thank you. Kumar says, hello. Hi there. And Neem says, thanks. Welcome. Rial says, hello. Hi there. Gordon says, hi. Hi, Gordon. Jerry says, hi. Marco says, hi. Prakash says, good night. Good night, Prakash. Ali says, I like to see you. Thank you. Stanley says, you're so beautiful, Tracy. Oh, thank you. Prakash says, I am single from India. Oh, well, I hope you find the right person for you who lifts your heart and allows you to be yourself. I think that's what's so important. Alan says, hi. Hi, Alan. And cheers to Friday. Almost the weekend. We are just a matter of hours away. Brandon says you should come see the US. I was supposed to go to a health conference in New York at the end of last year, but my grandmother passed away. So it was the same time as her funeral. So I didn't go. And I know that New York is probably different to many areas in America. It's a big place and it's so varied. But that would have been my first trip to America. It's never really been on the cards previously for me because I've always gone for like European beach holidays. Whereas I think America doesn't have many beaches unless you're Miami or something. I have no idea. I did consider taking my children to Disneyland, Florida, but because they got really warm in Paris, which was like 20 degrees, I know Florida is warmer than Paris. So I thought, yeah, they probably won't like the heat because we are English bunnies. Rain and grey sky seems to be the ideal temperature for us. So when they were little, I don't think they would have coped too well with something that was hotter than 20 degrees. Does America get really hot in general, or does it depend on which part you go to? Stanley says, hi there. And Ali says, love you, Tracy. Oh, thank you. So yes, cheers to coffee. That is like the perfect temperature for drinking. What is your favourite drink? I have an oat milk flat white and it's glorious. Fuel for the soul. Thank you all for joining. So yes, I will be editing the video from today of my makeup challenge. And do you like the look? Do you think it suits me? It's kind of peachy orange with like shimmery bits, and there was like a really cool pencil that like you draw in your eyebrows. Because I have like naturally blonde hair, even though it's like quite dark, I would say it's more brunette, but it's known as dark blonde, my hair. So yeah, like drawing on the eyebrows with pencils, I was like, oh, so clever what you can do with makeup nowadays. Stanley says, I am sitting here having my coffee watching you. Yes, Stanley, cheers. Brandon says, we have lots of beaches. Really? What part has the beaches? It's like in England, I know we have beaches. I never go to them. I had family in Essex and there was like a little coastline, but it's not like a beach you would like sunbathe on. It's more kind of, I don't know, like grey water. It's not pleasant in England. So I never automatically think on a sunny day, go to the beach. I kind of think when you go to Europe and it's a lot cleaner and clearer and just pretty, that's kind of where you end up. But yeah, there are some nice beaches around the country. I just never go to them. So yes, do you have nice soft white sand where you are? Do you have clear water, or is it like dark water? Here, I just remember it being like a kind of grey brown colour in England. And I'm like, oh, it's not very inviting. Alan says, you look beautiful, Tracy. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Saab says, hi. Hi, Saab. Welcome. And scrolling back for the comments I've missed. You say, hi, good, sweet, thank you. And Ali says, I love you, Tracy. Oh, thank you. Sending love and light to you all. So yes, once I finish this coffee, I'll grab some dinner quick and then running around after my teenagers. So my daughter's off to the cinema. My son is off to see his grandparents. Designated driver. Awesome. That's what you get for being a mum. Do any of you drive? And what age did you learn to drive? I've had my driving license since I was 17. My daughter's currently learning to drive. She's now 18. And my son is going to be 14 in April, which is not very far away. So when they're both driving, I'll just have a taxi service, chauffeurs to take me everywhere. It'd be perfect. Brandon says, California, you can go to Florida or Georgia, different lots of places. Georgia, I always thought was Middle Eastern. I got that so wrong. Or is there a Georgia in the Middle East? Or is it called something else? Is it called something similar? Because I thought that was like Egypt and Georgia and Iran. That's kind of where my brain has saved that name. Maybe I've just confused the two really badly then. Florida and California, you can go to Florida. Okay. And do really pale people go to all of the beaches, or do you just sunburn really badly? Because you go to like some places and you get like a nice golden tan and everything's fine, and other places you just burn straight away. Like maybe it depends on like the wind and things. But do you see like many pale skinned people on the beach, or is it more people who have really got a great tan? Like I would imagine Australia, everybody's really tanned and golden. And maybe if you burn easily, you just don't go to Australia. My daughter's like really pale. Like this is me looking coloured. She is this colour. She is so pale, bless her. And whenever we go anywhere, she's like, oh my God, it hurts. Being in the sun is like, vampire. So yeah, we kind of avoid hot, sunny places. And then stick to more like kind of nature and away from things like that. But it's in Africa, I absolutely loved it. Got a little bit sunburn on my chest, but the rest, and my butt cheeks actually. When I was snorkeling like for the whole day and my face is under the water, my butt cheeks were out like a whale, just on the surface. And then yeah, I burnt my butt cheeks. Awesome. But the sun was really warm. It was lovely. I think it was like 30 something, maybe like 32, 33. And I had a lovely time. Alan says, Georgia borders Russia. My geography is hideous. My geography is so bad. So I'm picturing Russia at the top. Like, this is England. oh, it's like flipped in the camera, isn't it? So England, Russia, Georgia. Georgia borders Russia. Greenland, like England, Scotland, Iceland, Russia. Is that how it is? So it's like near Iceland. Like Georgia is a really cold country. No, if Georgia's by California. Okay, so there's two Georgias. Is this what we're saying? There is two. It's not the same as America, Georgia. Okay, I'm gonna have to just look at a world map and try and save that in my mind. My spatial awareness does not exist. I cannot picture how you go from one part of the world to the next. It's just something that doesn't stay in my mind, I'm afraid. And parking my car, I can never remember where I parked. Even though I like take a photo of where I park, then I'm like, where was that photo taken? I don't recognize these bushes or streets. So yeah, I think I'm just very bad at finding my way. Thank you for the advice though. I will Google this as soon as I finish live streaming. Coffee is complete. Retainers can go back in, and then I will return to cooking dinner. So thank you all for joining me today. Sorry, it's just a really random pop up and say hi. I hope that you all have the most amazing weekend. Conrad has said the best beaches here in South Africa is Cape Town. All I can say is wow. I've heard of Cape Town and it does sound very inviting. So I think I will definitely have to come back and explore. Thank you for the tip there. Stanley said, I have family in Scotland. Scotland is somewhere I've never been. I've been to Wales. I've been to England, Ireland. Well, been to England, born in England. Wales. Not Wales, Scotland. That is definitely like a Christmassy kind of thing, I feel. Like there would be lots of lights and roses and candles and fireplaces and castles. I've seen it in lots of like rom-com kind of Christmas movies where people go to a Scottish castle and fall in love. So I think like that would, you know, those rose-tinted spectacles of seeing everything you see in the movies. Like when people think of England and they think it's all like Harry Potter, and then you have a high street with like a fish and chip shop and you're like, it's so different to the things that you're imagining, and like how we romanticize places. So yes, I would love to visit Scotland for the kind of hillsides and nature. And I heard there's like really clear water for scuba diving, or maybe I've confused that for somewhere else, but I'm sure there's like lots of swimming and scuba diving. So on that note, guys, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful end to your Friday and a peaceful, relaxing, uplifting and beautiful weekend. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be kind to yourself and others. And I will see you all soon. Hi, Luke. Bye, Luke. Take care. Bye.